This SoC has got 8 IPs, IP1, IP2, IP3 like this. There are 8 IPs and there are different interfaces. This is reset interface, APB for register configuration, and AHB master, USB, AHB slave, AXI, PCI, and GPIO, general purpose IOs. There are different kinds of interfaces. How we can create UVM test bench? There are 8 IPs, 8 interfaces, so we need to have 8 UVCs. In this case, we can visualize like this. We have bought 8 different IPs from 8 different IP vendors. So we can also think of buying these UVCs from those IP vendors. So here we connect reset UVC with reset interface, APB UVC with APB interface, AHB UVC. In this case, the interface is master, so I configure this UVC as slave. Only slave agent is going to be there. And this is USB UVC. This is AHB slave, so I'm configuring the UVC as master. Look at here. And this is AXI master, so I'm configuring the AXI UVC as master to master communication, or you can make it like slave. And PCI UVC, GPIO UVC. And the beauty is every UVC comes along with its own sequence library. That's the huge advantage of UVM. When you buy UVC is nothing but verification IP. When you buy UVC from a particular IP vendor, the IP vendor will also provide the stimulus. So it's something like you are buying the test bench component, also you are buying the stimulus. So you don't really need to develop anything new. At the system level, your work is going to be more of driving all kinds of stimulus. Then you can think of generating different kinds of complex scenarios using the existing sequences. Here, reset UVC comes along with reset sequences, APB UVC comes along with APB sequences, AHB with AHB sequences, USB with USB sequences. So every UVC has got its own sequence. So as a system level verification guy, what I'm going to do at the top, I'm going to write only the virtual sequence. Virtual sequence is nothing but sequence of sequences. So I'm going to define how to drive all these sequences. Which sequence has to be driven at what time? That's what I'm going to define as part of virtual sequence. How? Look at this. Before running simulation, we have to follow certain sequence at the SoC level. We need to reset the device, then we need to configure the device, then we need to generate scenarios. This is the sequence we need to follow. Look at how we do this. So in this case, I'm planning to verify the GPIO. So before verifying the GPIO interface, I'm resetting the device. So I am driving reset sequence first. Now look at this, I'm driving the register sequence. So I use APB to configure the registers in the DUT. Then finally, I'm going to drive the stimulus to GPIO. And then I will verify this interface. So here if you look at the virtual sequence is going to drive the sequences one by one. Reset sequence first, then register configuration, APB sequences, then GPIO sequences. That's how we verify GPIO interface in this case. Now let's look at another scenario. So here I reset the device. I configure the registers. Now it's configuring the register. Now I can think of driving two interfaces in parallel. One is AHB, the other one is AXI. And then I want to wait for some time. Then I may want to know the current status of the device, whether I can go and read the outputs. So I'm trying to read the registers. That's why I'm driving the stimulus to the register interface. Then I want to see like how the DUT responds back. So I may want to sample multiple interfaces like USB and PCI in parallel. So finally, if you look at, we have driven stimulus to USB and PCI to read the values. This is how we generate different kinds of scenarios for the SOC and verify the functionality. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.